Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for round 12 of the XL Racing League Formula 1 2021 Season 1 League here, and coming towards the end of the qualifying session for round 12 of the season here at Monza, the Italian Grand Prix. And it looks like Mark Bowe is going to be starting this one on pole position. Not much of a gap between him and Philby, though. Look at that. So close between them. RaKiMaJe lining up in P3 with Horatio alongside him on a second row. Then we're going to have Andrew Pittsmith and Bennett LCFC down in P6, but on the medium tyres. Let's not forget Element also on the mediums. We'll be lining up just behind Bennett there. So we've got King 69 and 8, Viper Karts competing in the top 10, then Sanso, Polish My Balls in P13. Mr. Exotic will be lining up in 14th place, and Paul Codd in 15th place here. That's the 15 cars out on the grid for this one. Drop a like on the video, guys, if you enjoy the action here, as we're about to go to the race for round 12 of the XL F1 League here. Here we go then, guys. We're about to go lights out here at Monza, and it's lights out and away we go. Not a great start there from Philby. Very shaky off the line. He's got Tree Monkey Page already getting ahead of him up towards turn 1. Marco clear away. Andrew Pittsmith trying to get on the back of Tree Monkey Page here. Onto the brakes they come in. Monza looks as though Bennett's got a good start there. He's trying to go around the outside of Andrew Pittsmith there and gets ahead of him. Andrew Pittsmith getting a slightly shaky run out of the first chicane. He's got Kingston getting ahead of him. Looks like Viper's trying to get ahead of Andrew Pittsmith as well there. Element Sand just behind them. Cart so Polish My Balls, Paul Cod and Mr. Exotic down to the back of the pack. Mark Bow leads. Philby has got Freeman Page and Horatio battling out behind him. Bennett, Q69, Viper Sand has got to pass. Oh, out there. Oh no, Andrew Pittsmith getting wide. And Viper actually was getting wide. So apologies there. The McLarens though getting involved in a few scuffles there. Cast has got ahead of Viper up into 9th place. Element there running just ahead of Andrew Pittsmith. And pitches off the ball on the opening lap. But somebody's in the wall. And Cast out of the race. He's retired from the session on the opening lap. Is that going to be a safety? It's a virtual. Looks as though we've had lots of incidents on this first lap. There's Paul Cod and Mr. Exotic are both out of the race. And we've got a safety car here on the opening lap at Monza for the XL F1 League. That's not the opening lap that Paul Cod, Mr. Exotic or Cast would have wanted. Has anybody got damage on the rest of the pack here? Let's have a look through the order and see if there's any damage on any of the cars. It looks as though they all got away relatively scot-free with that one. So yeah, it doesn't seem to be too much damage on the cars there out the front, but we see there Horatio diving into the pits at the end of this opening lap. Is anybody else going to pull the trigger and come in? Paul Cod's left the session. Can't blame him, to be honest with you. He's probably gutted with that first lap. But Mark Bow leading ahead of Philby, Monkey Page, Bennett LCOC up into 4th on those medium tyres. Q69 Element, Viper, Andrew Pittsmith, so Polish My Balls to the top 10. Horatio and San still running in this race, and we've still got 26 laps to go, but we're on a safety car in the early stages of the Italian Grand Prix for the XL Racing League. Right guys, about to restart for lap 4 of the Italian Grand Prix here for XL Racing League on F1 2021. Looks like we're going once again. Mark Bow gets a good bite there. Philby has already got True Monkey Page looking to his inside. He has to come up towards turn 1. Bennett LCFC might think about making this 3 wide. He's going to go up the inside of Philby. Philby getting swamped a little bit there, getting pushed out. True Monkey Page up into second. Looks like Bennett's going to try and go around the outside there, but Philby covers him off and puts him onto the gravel a little bit there. So now Element's going to be passed by Q69 and Element there. And Bennett dropping down the field there, but now behind Viper. So Bennett there is not really happy with Philby, just easing him onto the gravel ever so slightly, coming through the exit of the chicane. Now he's going to have Andrew Pittsmith, so Polish My Balls, San and Horatio at the back of the field. Not the restart that he would wanted, but he's on the hard tyres, so he can go long into this race. Now, could even go to the end from here, I think, Horatio. Horatio might be able to go the rest of the race without pitting. We'll see. But Polish My Balls has dropped behind San. So San up into 10th place here in this race. Andrew Pittsmith has got ahead of Bennett. So Bennett LCFC dropping down the field here on this restart. Not the restart he would have been hoping for. As Andrew Pittsmith looking to the outside of King 69, coming down up towards the old circuit. And they're coming through this car. He came pretty shortly. Is he going to be able to get the move done into the corner? I think Andrew's going to be backing out there as Bennett gets around the outside of Ascari. But Viper holding on ahead of King of 69 at the moment up towards the Parabolica. And I think it's King 69 a little bit too far back to get anything done here with the McLaren. Viper's now on the back of Element, in fact, for P4. As King 69's got Bennett now hot on his tail. Bennett having just made that move back on Andrew Pittsmith just a lap ago. Andrew has got a pack of cars just behind him as well. So Dan, Polish My Balls and Horatio pretty close on the back of these guys at the moment, as now we're going to possibly go 3 wide. Bennett, I'm trying to hold the inside here. He's going to try and get this move done on King 69 if he can, and Bennett's got himself up to 6th place. Now King 69's got the McLaren there of Andrew Pittsmith trying to get around him, but he can't get it done there out of the exit of the first chicane. And for the time being, it's as you were with these guys. So there, just behind San, currently Horatio and Polish My Balls dropping off this back a little bit there in P12 in this race. But Andrew Pittsmith has been just bleed around a little bit there, getting passed by Bennett LCFC and King 69. Bennett can now try and focus his attention on the leaders up ahead. He's obviously got Viper about second up the road from him at the moment, and Element and Viper currently fighting it out for 4th place. Philby's kind of dropped off the Tree Monkey Page a little bit, a second and a half between these two at the moment. Mark Bow also pulling away from Tree Monkey Page. Mark Bow showing some really strong pace here tonight as he's taking liberties with those. Oh no! Stay down! Oh my goodness me! Mark Bow's lost it out of the Ascari chicane, resets to the track right in front of some of the other drivers there, as now Element and Viper have to swerve out of the way. Bennett gets through as well. Mark Bow just had a King 69, but oh, that's gone horribly wrong there for him. Mark Bow, just as he was looking on course for a win, he got the fastest time in the qualifying session, started on pole position, but that's gone a disaster there for him, as now Tree Monkey Page leads this race. It could have just been down to Tree Monkey Page closing on it a little bit on that lap, but Philby does the fastest lap of the race there. But whatever it is, the pressure's got to him, and he's now way down to nearly the back of the pack. Is he going to put a fresh set of hard tyres on here and try and go to the end from this position? It looks like he's got a penalty which he's serving there as the pit crew take 5 seconds before getting to work on his car. The hard tyres go onto that Aston Martin, so Mark Bow will be able to go to the end of the race from this point. Is that going to put him in good stead for the rest of this race? We'll have to wait and see on that one. But Tree Monkey Page has got Philby reeling him in a little bit. Element's got ahead of Viper, and now Bennett's looking to the inside of Viper in towards Lesmo 1, and Bennett is going to try and make it 2 cars in one corner there as he stopped the inside of Element. Viper going to make it 3 wide into Lesmo 2. You can't do that, mate. Oh, Viper very sensibly backs out of that one. Bennett, though, still side by side with Element on the exit of Lesmo 2 up towards the old circuit here. And Bennett's going to tuck back into that slipstream. Element's got DRS, which will help him pull away from him there, as now Bennett's going to get overtaken by Viper. So Bennett getting victimised there, as Viper had the DRS coming down towards Ascari. Still couldn't get it done. He's got Andrew Pitt, that's a teammate on the back of him now as Viper. And these 3 running line astern as Elements try to pull away from these guys a little bit in 3rd place. Up towards Parabolica they come. Andrew Pitt up the inside of his teammate Viper there and up into 5th place. So these 2 dueling it out a little bit and giving Bennett a chance to just try and stretch his legs in front of them. Viper though getting the exit out of Parabolica onto the start finish straight and getting himself back ahead of him. Great racing from these 2 as they come out of the line to finish lap 6. Bennett is now with 8/10 of a second of Element. He's up ahead of them, but the 2 McLarens still side by side down the start finish straight. In the end, Andrew breaks a little bit later than Viper and manages to get on into that P5 position there. So great driving from Andrew, as Bennett is going to have an opportunity here on Element coming through Curva Grande. He's very much in that slipstream. He's going to possibly try and make a move coming into the Della Rosa chicane. They're going to be side by side, and I think Bennett's going to have that one done up into the final podium spot. Beautifully done there. but he cuts the chicane a little bit and goes off the track, and Element straight back up into the P3 there. Bennett has got Viper looking to his inside. Andrew, oh no! And Andrew looked like he just tagged the little back of Viper. I didn't see exactly what happened there. I don't know if the McLarens came together or whether he just tagged the back of Bennett, which caused his rear end to step out. But Viper down to 9th place there. He's on the gravel on the exit of Lesmo 1. That's gone horribly wrong there for him. Bennett and Andrew Pittsmith still fighting it out, but Viper way down to P10 in this race as Horatio is on the back of San in the fight for 7th. But oh, that's just not what you want to see at all there from those guys in any way, shape or form. As Bennett within 7/10 of Element, currently Andrew still on the back of these two. This is the battle for the final podium spot. TreeMonkeyPage still leading the race, but he's got Philby hot on his heels right now on lap 8 of this race. Great action here on the channel for the newly named XL Racing F1 League. And this is great to watch at the moment as TreeMonkeyPage just ahead of Philby, 4/10 between these two. At the moment, Horatio's got ahead of San up into 7th place. Missed that one, but just saw as we saw on the timing screens that there was a position change. But Element, Bennett and Andrew currently giving it everything. 7/10 of a second between these three drivers right now. Down on the back of Horatio, 6/10 between these two, still very much there fighting, but Horatio on those hard tyres looks to be picking up some pace here, and as we know, he's got the strategic ace up his sleeve here. He can go to the end of this race quite comfortably now, so he's in a very good position here. Is Horatio, and could be set to convert that to a podium finish maybe in this race if he keeps up the sort of pace that he's doing at the moment. He's only about what, 5 seconds off of the podium positions now, and that's before these guys even come into the pits. Horatio really in a very strong position here in this race. You cannot understate just how much of an ace up his sleeve he's really got there. But Element, Bennett and Andrew still battling out over 3rd places. Now Bennett's going to have an opportunity to coming up towards Parabolica. Here we go. He's going to get DRS down here, is he? Oh no DRS on this part of the track. The DRS is out of Parabolica down the main straight. But Bennett's still tucking in behind Element for the time being. He's going to try and get the exit out of Parabolica if he can, but he's going to have to be careful because Andrew's going to be right there on the back of him as well. As they're now onto the start-finish straight. DRS will be open in this part here, and there we go. The Red Bull's rear wing goes wide open here. The slipstream effect that he's got on the Haas, very strong indeed. The McLaren though is also closing on these two. As now Bennett's looking to the outside in towards the first chicane. Is he going to go the whole way around there? Verstappen tried it on Hamilton at Monza a week ago, and he's managed to do it to a much better effect there as Bennett LCFC up into P3 around the outside of Element. Beautifully done. Element had to give him the space on the outside, and Julie did so. But they're still side by side coming through Curva Grande, and Element's going to try and come back and coming in towards the second chicane. Is he going to get this move done here? Great racing from these two as Element returns the favour and slips back up the inside into the Della Rocha chicane. Andrew Pittsmith watching this unfold in front of him is now Bennett's got a little bit of a shaky run coming out of the chicane, but manages to hold on there ahead of Andrew Pittsmith, and Element's now broken away a little bit by about a second to these two. But incredible stuff there between those two guys as they battled it out for the final podium spot. And TreeMonkeyPage still holding Philby off by 7/10 of a second. Horatio has dropped back behind San again. Is still behind him though, 7/10 of a second between these two right now. Andrew on the back of Bennett. Bennett's dropped off of Element a little bit. And TreeMonkeyPage on this lap seems to have got the gap to just over a second to Philby. So that battle kind of just chilling out a little bit now. But this is some great action here. Horatio still on the back of Sam at the moment, half a second between these two as they're coming over the line to start their 10th lap of the race. Element still just ahead of Andrew Pittsmith and still just ahead of Bennett and Andrew Pittsmith. Looks as though Andrew's a little bit closer to Bennett than Bennett is to Element, but I don't think he's going to be quite close enough to go for anything coming into Della Rocha chicane. No, not quite in range for the time being. Horatio still on the back of Sam, but still not close enough to make a move just at the minute. Bennett though, very close on the back of Element coming into Lesmo 1. Might be able to set himself up for a DRS aided move coming up towards Ascari if he can be close enough coming out of Lesmo 2. But he gets that good run that we've seen. It looks like he got a beautiful exit there. Now the Red Bull's going to have another opportunity coming up to the old circuit. Is he going to be sent around the outside? Is he going to go and throw one up the inside here? Looks like he is. Bennett there. He's up the inside into P3, but Element trying to hold it around the outside. Side by side through Ascari. Great racing from those two. Bennett squeezes through, but oh, he's lost it on the exit of Ascari. Oh, Bennett LCFC. I think he's almost got into the wall there. He's just about kept it on the road, but he's lost out a little bit there. He's now a couple of seconds behind these two. Element and Andrew Pittsmith battling it out over third place. This could be the end of Bennett's winning run here in the XL F1 League. He's taken 6 wins in a row before tonight. He's on a 7th, but he's coming into the pits here at the end of lap 10. So, pulling the trigger early. Philby also doing likewise. These two started on the mediums both. Interesting to see that RaKiMaJe and Andrew Pittsmith on the soft are both staying out for the time being. And Philby has put another set of the mediums on, so that is a strange one. Because obviously we know that he can't go to the end. Bennett's put the softs on. I wonder if Bennett's going to try and do 16 laps on the soft tyres. We know that Monza isn't too tough on the tyre wear, seeing as most of it's straight. So I don't know. Could be Bennett trying to go to the end on these soft tyres. But Philby, though, I think has shot himself on the foot putting those medium tyres on, because he definitely can't go to the end. He's got to pit again because he hasn't used 2 different tyre compounds. So we shall see on that one. Element still on the back of Andrew Pittsmith, though, as they're coming out of Ascari. He's going to get a lovely slipstream coming down towards Parabolica, but no DRS down this part of the lap. But if he's close enough down the main straight, then he will have DRS down there. So he needs to just keep himself in that striking distance here as they're out onto the start-finish straight. So here we go, Element looking to try and get something done here with Andrew Pittsmith. He's going to pull out to the outside. Andrew Pittsmith turns him around the long way there. Very late move to try and defend the position. Element can't get it around the outside. Andrew goes a little bit deep into the first chicane. Can Element try and get the cut back out of the corner? No, he can't. Andrew holds on brilliantly, defending his position there, parking his car on the apex. As we see there, Philby has got to have a RaKiMaJe. That could be for the net lead of the race here. Philby now up into P6 in this race. RaKiMaJe is dropping back to 8th. So, wow, look at that. He's really lost out in the pit stops. Bennett a long way behind RaKiMaJe in P10. But Philby looking like he could be on for a race win here. How long is it since we've seen Philby taking a win in this F1 League? It's been on a bit of a dry patch the last few races. Hasn't really been going to plan for him, but could this be a return to form for the man in the AlphaTauri, co-founder of the XL Racing League? Obviously co-founded it alongside Viper, the owner of the Discord server. But Philby a big driving force behind it. And no, we lost San. San is out of the race, and we have got a safety car. As we see San's car there stuck on the exit of Lesmo 2. So San is out of the race. We're down to 11 drivers here in this one. And who's that going to benefit? It's probably going to play into the hands quite nicely for, I'd say, Andrew and King of 69 most likely are going to really benefit from this. Are they going to come in? Yes, they do. They both come into the pits now. So they're going to come out probably in the top 5 still, I would imagine. At least the top 6. And really play themselves into a strategic ace here. I imagine they'll both put the mediums on. As we see Andrew serving a penalty as he came in. King of 69 looks like he's... Oh, for God's sake. He has put the mediums on, so he's playing it safe. In fact, they've all put the mediums on pretty much. Bennett, the only one who put the softs on, but he is now putting a set of mediums on by the looks of it. So off he goes. So now they're pretty much all on the mediums, aside from Element, who's put the hards on. Doesn't need to put the hards on, I don't think. I think he could easily go to the end of the mediums. I don't know if he started on the mediums, of course. So he does need to. Yeah, he would. He'd be disqualified if he doesn't use another set of tyres. Philby, though, I don't think has done a lap on any tyre other than the mediums. I think he's done all of his running on the mediums so far. Unless I'm very much mistaken, I think that Philby does need to come in again. He needs to use 2 tyre compounds. I'm not sure how that's going to work out. But lap 13:27 here for the Italian Grand Prix at XL F1 League. Guys, drop a like on the video, subscribe. And if you want to join XL F1 League, then check the link in the description. You can join the Discord server there. They've got leagues Wednesday and Sunday. This league runs on Wednesday and Sunday. This is Tier 1, obviously, but Tier 2 and Tier 3 also out in force. So if you want to get involved, click the link in the description. Also, if the broadcaster of this stream is Motive Racing, if you want to check ourselves, go to the link below that. There's also a link to www.motiveracing.com as well. But laps 13 and 27 here. This race wide open with lots of drivers on the mediums and a couple on the hards. So stay tuned, don't go anywhere for the second half of this race. We just saw there a bizarre collision between Philby and what looks to be Horatio there coming to the Parabolica. Philby is out of the race here on the restart. Element leads and a Monkey Page. I thought Philby was going to be a dead cert for the win in the final part of this one. I don't know what's happened there. But he's now out of this one. Element just ahead of Monkey Page. 4/10 of a second between these two at the moment. Andrew Pitts was on the back of Cody in third. Bennett running in fourth place at the moment, doing a reasonable job bringing this way himself back into this one. And with these safety cars could be on for a 7th win in a row here in this race. It was looking unlikely a few laps ago, but now he's pretty much on the cusp here. Viper in 5th. There's Polish My Balls, Mark Bow, Soph running in 8th, and King of 69 and Horatio at the back of this pack at the moment. He's way off Cheers Horatio. I haven't made that pit stop at the beginning of this lap, but lap 15 of 27. We're about to start lap 16. 12 laps left to go here at Monza. And Monkey Page throwing a little feint to the inside there of Element, as we can see there. Andrew Pitts with Bennett. There's Polish My Balls, Mark Bow just behind him. Soph up the inside of Kingston up into 8th place there. Nicely done there from Soph. As Mark Bow's trying to get the cut back here on Polish My Balls and get the run coming down the start finish straight. Mark Bow, we know he's got pace around here. Led the first few laps of this race. Was on pole position here. He's got so much speed in the Aston Martin, but he's got Polish My Balls looking back to his inside, coming down towards the chicane. He's going to try and brake later, and then Polish My Balls goes deep into the corner, and looks like Mark Bow's going to try and get the cut back on him, and he's going to do that brilliantly there. Mark Bow back up into P6. Polish My Balls going to get a bit out of shape there. He's going to have Kingston and Soph on the back of him here in this battle for 7th place. As Kingston gets ahead of Soph there up into 8th place. Element still leads ahead of Tree Monkey Page right now, just over a second between these two. Andrew Pittsmith has got Bennett very close behind him as he's coming up towards Desmo 1. There's Viper in the background there, running in P5. Mark Bow trying to close in on Viper a little bit now in this race, but Element leads ahead of Tree Monkey Page. What about a second 2 on this lap so far? Andrew Pittsmith there running in third place, 6/10 of a second off the back of Tree Monkey Page at this point. Bennett there very close behind him as well. He's going to try and use DRS, I'm sure, coming down this section of the track, but the corner's just going to come just in time there for Andrew Pittsmith, and he's going to hold on there ahead of Bennett at the moment as Element's he's out that gap to Tree Monkey Page a little bit here out the front of the pack, but he's got hard tyres on Element, so he can easily go to the end of this race. He'll have the durability in those tyres. We're expecting him to lose a bit of a pace advantage, but it doesn't seem to be the case at the moment, as Bennett is going to try and go around the outside of Andrew Pittsmith and manages to get the move done up into third place there. Beautifully done from Bennett LCFC, continuing to hunt these guys down and stake his claim for a 7th win in a row here in the XLF1 League, if he can indeed get the win here in this one. But he's onto the podium. Andrew's coming back at him though, coming down the start-finish straight up towards turn 1. Is Andrew Pittsmith going to be back up into the podium spots? Bennett goes late on the brakes and almost tags the back of Tree Monkey Page there, but gets it stopped in time, and brilliant stuff there from Bennett up into third. Andrew's still going to get a run on him though, coming through the Curva Grande. If he can keep in that slipstream, he might have a chance in towards the De La Rocha chicane. And Andrew Pittsmith there, I think, is a little bit too far back on Bennett coming into the corner, and Bennett looks like he has now got that done up into third place. Polish My Balls has got Q69 on the back of it. Oh no! There's the crash there! King of 69's lost it. Oh my goodness! As Soph comes through there, Q69 in all sorts of trouble there as he's got it back going again, but W waved yellow flags through set 1, and Element still leading ahead of Tree Monkey Page. Bennett now all over the back of Tree Monkey Page here as they're coming up towards Ascari. Is Bennett LCFD going to be able to throw one down the inside into Ascari? No, he's not. He's not quite close enough to make that move done. Andrew Pittsmith still in the back of these guys in the top. Whoa, and Element's lost it! Oh no! He's crashed into the wall there next to Ascari as he gets it spun back onto the track. Very, very aggressively there, but gets it on track once again there, and he's now going to be passed by Polish My Balls, who's coming up on the scene there to move up into P6. As he, no, not quite. Bennett holds on there for 6th in that little debacle, but he's lost a lot of time to the leaders there as Element still leads ahead of Tree Monkey Page right now. What racing we're seeing here for the XLF1 League here at Monza for round 12 of the Wednesday and Sunday Tier 1 F1 League, and now Tree Monkey Page is looking around Element here. He's got a move done into turn 1. Great move there from Tree Monkey Page. Element's got Andrew Pittsmith now joining this battle here for the lead of the race. But is Element going to be able to fight back here on Tree Monkey Page and possibly keeping that slipstream, throwing down the inside into the De La Rocha chicane? I don't think he is. Tree Monkey Page makes a sort of a half-hearted defensive move to the inside, but it was not needed as he holds on to that lead and has now got the ascendancy here in this race in the final 9 laps of this race. Great racing from these two up the front, and Andrew Pittsmith still keeping tabs with them at the moment there in third. Mark Bow 4th, Viper there just behind him. Mark Bow's picked him off though, and Mark Bow, we saw him on pole in the qualifying, could be a contender in the final part of this race. He's on the soft tyres, so he's got more durability in those tyres than the guys in front of him do. Question is, can he make them last 13 laps altogether in this race? That would be a hell of a push if he can do that, but it's worth a shot here at this point in the race. King of 69 coming into the pits to make a pit stop here, and should be able to go to the end easily from there as he cuts the first chicane. But Element on the back of Tree Monkey Page in towards the Parabolica, still can't get it done there on the brakes. Andrew Pitts is running just behind these guys in P3 at the moment. You get double wave yellow flags through sector 1. I think that's down to King of 69 going straight on at the chicane. So Elements leads this race, having got back ahead of Tree Monkey Page there. Half a second between these two. Andrew Pitts was just behind Mark Bow there, running about a second off of the podium spot. So Mark Bow is reeling these guys in at quite a rate and could very much be a contender here in this race. The pole sitter has brought himself back into contention after that spin that he had on lap 6. He's already pulled out 2 seconds to Viper. Soph's got ahead of Polish My Balls up into 6th. So nice move there from Soph. Didn't catch that on the stream, but she's making moves here in the latter part of this race. Still Element leading by 2/10 ahead of Tree Occupation, who's really wide there on the exit of Parabolica. As we're now onto the start-finish straight. He's going to get the DRS here, coming down the start-finish straight, and now the Ferrari looks to the outside, and he breezes past the Haas car up into the lead of the race. Has Element got anything left to respond to him in towards the first corner? No, he hasn't. Andrew Pittsmith had DRS there, but couldn't make it work with any avail, and Tree Monkey Page back up into the lead of the race. 8 laps left to go here at Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. Anything can happen here in this battle for the lead out the front. But looks like Tree Monkey Page and Element are currently the top dogs here in this one. Andrew Pittsmith just keeping onto them with the DRS, the slipstream around Monza. So strong as Mark Bowes picked up a time penalty there. 3 seconds for track limits, I would imagine, by the looks of it. As we see Polish Mud Balls into the pits to make a pit stop. He's on his way out of the pits now. But Tree Monkey Page still has the lead by 3/10. Element looking to the outside into the Ascari chicane, can't get anything done. Andrew just still watching this going on in front of him and still waiting, hoping for his opportunity to pounce if it comes about. But these two consistent and quick out the front at the moment. To the start finish straight here for the 20th time here in this race. Element once again with DRS is going to probably get the move done here on Tree Monkey Page. These two trading places lap after lap. Element back up into the lead there. Tree Monkey Page throwing a little feint to the inside, can't do anything about that. Chopping and changing between these two though. Bennett, the man who's won 6 races in a row before tonight, looks like he's not going to win tonight unless he gets a safety car right at the end. His teammate Horatio there going side by side with him, but Bennett is up into pieces there in that exchange. Is Horatio going to try and return the favour? Yes, he is. Wow, look at that. The two Red Bulls giving each other a bit of a scrap here. They probably know that Bennett isn't going to get too much out of this race, and they're just choosing to enjoy themselves there in that battle for 6th. Andrew Pittsmith has got ahead of Tree Monkey Page up into 2nd place there, and he's going to make that one stick. So Tree Monkey Page losing out. Andrew Pittsmith now onto the back of Element here and can now try give it a go himself. And no, Tree Monkey Page has lost it out of Ascari. Double waved yellows through Ascari as he just manages to swerve out of the way as Viper was coming through. Tree Monkey Page though gets it onto the track. He's well clear of Soph, who's in 5th, but that has gone horribly wrong there for him, and he's now out of that battle for the lead. It's now between Element and Andrew Pittsmith for the win here at Monza. And Andrew's now got a run here, and Element coming down the start finish straight. He's going to look to the inside in towards the first chicane. He's going to have the inside line on the brakes. I think Andrew's going to have this done up into the lead of the race. He has done great stuff there from the man in the McLaren. Viper's teammate currently flying the flag for the McLarens as Viper now into the final podium spot due to Tree Monkey Page's little skirmish. But Andrew Pittsmith, for the first time here in this race, has the lead. But Element's going to try and come back in him here. Has the slipstream coming down towards the De La Roja chicane, but he's not close enough, and Andrew Pittsmith holds on there. Brilliantly done there from Andrew Pittsmith, who's by this time has watched and waited for these two, Element and Tree Monkey Page, to trip over each other. Tree Monkey Page made that mistake coming out of Ascari, and now Andrew has jumped on that and has managed to get ahead of Element there. So really impressive stuff there from Andrew Pittsmith. Very patient, and he's got the reward for it here, up into the lead of the race. Element once again is going to get DRS though, coming down the start finish straight. He's going to look to the inside and breezes past him. But I think who's leading coming out of Parabolica does have the advantage, because the DRS doesn't open up until you get to the start finish line. So ideally for one of these guys, they want to be leading coming out of Parabolica on that last lap. You don't want to try and risk it and try and get the slipstream out of the Parabolica. That doesn't seem to be working. It seems to be that the slipstream down the start finish straight into turn 1 is working, but over the start finish line, you really want to be the first man out of Parabolica. And right now, Element has that lead over Andrew since getting the move done down the start finish straight. Andrew is going to keep himself in DRS range, and he'll be hoping he can come back at him over the course of these next 4 laps in this race. These two giving it a great duel out the front. We saw XandaFlanda dropping off of these guys due to his mistake out of Ascari. We saw Viper fall by the wayside after the restart. Bennett trying to make his way back through. He's currently in P6. Took 6 wins in a row before tonight. Was on his 7th win consecutively, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do that here because he's had a few mistakes here in this one, namely the mistake coming out of Ascari. Lots of drivers been bidding it out of Ascari tonight. Mark Bow running in 8th. Could have won this race, had the pace, but couldn't convert pole position to the race result. He's always quick in the qualifying, is Mark Bow, but it looks like the races just haven't really fallen for him for whatever reason. He is on the back of Horatio though, trying to fight for 7th even in this race, as Andrew has now got back ahead of Element there. So these two still trading positions out the front, and this looks like it's going to go down to the wire between these two. Andrew's definitely pulled out a bit of a gap to Element on this lap. See here, 1.4 seconds between these two. And oh, Viper's out of the race! No, Viper's crashed. Coming out of Lesmo too. Double waved yellow flags through Sector 2. How is that not a safety car? I mean, I don't mind. You know, by all means, leave the safety car in its garage. But my goodness me, it would take some very brave Italian marshals to come out and wrestle that McLaren behind the pit wall. I'll tell you what, I think they're going to try it. It looks like they are, as Polish My Balls is going to be coming up on the scene. Let's see if the hire of Viper is still on the exit of Lesmo 2 by the time Polish My Balls gets there. He's just coming out on the exit of the corner now. Yes, look at that. That is unbelievable there. These Italian marshals at Monza are on a mad one tonight, and they've managed to get the Viper's McLaren out of the way. So Andrew leads the race here with just under 2 laps to go, but Element's now closed back up onto the rear of him a little bit. Just over a second between him. Andrew obviously on the medium tyres, Element's on the hards. So Andrew has that grip advantage, but his tyres will be starting to wear off a little bit now, whereas Elements will be still in perfect nick at this point. They won't have even scratched the surface at this point. Andrews will be starting to grain ever so slightly there. You see a couple of flat spots there as well. Element going to be piling the pressure on this final lap of the race for sure. He wanted to get ahead into turn 1 and lead the last lap of this race if he can, but Andrew's just got to hold on here. Just got to keep believing, park his car on the inside, defend every line, and make sure that the McLaren is the first time. But Element's got the run coming up towards Parabolica. Has a little look, ducks back in for the time being, isn't going to be able to get that one done into the final corner. He's going to try and get that good run out onto the start finish. Once again, foot to the floor coming out of the Parabolica. Here we go. So final lap of the race here. Element's got a run here, coming down the start finish. He's look to the outside. Andrew making him go around the long way here. Andrew's going to try and do a little bit later on the inside line as a Hamilton Verstappen moment there, almost between the two of them. But Andrew just managed to run him out of road a little bit. Element's still there though on the outside. No DRS through this part of the track through Cava Grande. Andrew on the inside there, trying to hold the line as much as he can. Element's though going to have the inside for De La Roja. Is he? No, tucks back in. Thinks better at that one. Andrew Pittsmith just about holding on to this by the skin of his teeth. Element's pushing him all the way here in this one. Andrew's led the last couple of laps. Element wants that lead back. These two are going at it. Bennett has got himself up into 4th place ahead of Soph. So Bennett on a late charge in this one. Not going to be on the podium. Not going to win his 7th race in a row. We know that for sure. Who is going to win this race though? Andrew Pittsmith leads coming into Ascari. He just needs to keep it cool for 3 more corners. Now 1 more corner in this race. But he gets a horrible run coming out of Ascari down the back straight towards the Parabolica. Element is going to try and get this done. Is he going to be able to send round the long way? He's going to look to the outside here as Andrew defends the inside line. Element trying to get it around the outside of the Parabolica. Andrew though runs out and Element a little bit onto the artificial grass on the outside of the corner. I think Andrew Pittsmith is going to bring it home to take the Italian Grand Prix here at XL F1 League. Great drive from Andrew Pittsmith. Held off Element there in a great little to win. Tree Monkey Page fell by the wayside there, and it's going to come over to complete the podium as he's coming over now. There he is out of the Parabolica to cross the line. Good drive there from him. Unlucky there with the spin a few laps from home, but Andrew Pittsmith and Element put on a great show. Congratulations, Andrew Pittsmith. I don't know if that's your first win here, mate. It's definitely your first win that I've covered here on the XL, but well done to you. Bennett takes 4th ahead of Mark Bow in 5th. Bennett's winning run of 6 wins in a row is over. Horatio, his teammate, finishes in 6th place. Soph crossed the line in 7th without a front wing, but thankfully for her it was the last lap. Polish My Balls is coming in towards the Parabolic. It's going to be an 8th place finish for him in the Haas. Sorry, I mean the Alfa Romeo. Polish My Balls comes over in 8th place, and it's going to be King of 69, the last to finish here. Only 9 finishes in this one. The 2 co-founders, Viper and Philby, both crashed out. Philby, from what could have been a win in this race, he was in the lead on the restart. So unfortunate for him, the net lead, shall I say, in the race would have been in a great position. But Bennett gets driver of the day, so the one time he doesn't get a win, he still gets some kind of accolade from the game. But the winner, the man of the moment, is Andrew Pittsmith. This is Andrew Pittsmith's day. What a win in the McLaren. Managed to hold off a very late charge there from Element. Great battle between those two. Tree Monkey Page completing the podium. What a race here we've had at Monza for the Italian Grand Prix. Drop a like on the video, guys, and show your appreciation for the XL F1 drivers tonight. They put on a fantastic show. Subscribe to the Motive Racing YouTube channel if you want to see more content similar to this, and join both of the Discord servers in the description. Join XL, the Discord link, and join Motive Racing as well. But from us, it's a big thank you. Join us next time. Have a great evening. Enjoy the rest of your weekends, what's left of it. And we will see you in the week, guys. See ya.